Good morning, Morning Musings by Melinda. Well, it's Friday. I'm really looking forward to this weekend. How about you? It is a tense atmosphere out there in the world, and people are just freaked out so much. So we have to keep sending them, love and light and blessings. And there are people actually that are thriving during COVID, but I wanted to talk to you about having next to nothing today because I've actually lived in a situation where I had next to nothing. After a divorce with 3 kids and no education and waiting on tables, I have lived absolutely hand to mouth. I moved to Louisville, Kentucky once in order to be closer to family, and I actually got myself into a lease that was way above my means and was working 2 jobs and still was on food stamps. And I remember going to the food stamp office to apply, and somehow my car got towed away, and I was stuck with and having to be able to, with those 2 kids, try to go to the impound and get my car. I shared a taxi with some other folks that were also living next to nothing to go get my car. It was really a tough time. I had a pink gremlin. And it wouldn't start unless I took a dipstick and plugged it in and kept the oil hot in it. It was just a crazy time. And I struggled, and I did the best I could to not let the kids know how badly we were struggling. So we absolutely lived next to nothing. And so I showed this picture of my glorious pool yesterday and thought about those times and thought about the times that were so tough, but they built character. They built perseverance. They built an aptitude of being able to have care and compassion for others. And right now, during COVID, a lot of people are living next to nothing. So if you've ever lived that way and you understand how it feels, or you have the means, please reach out to somebody and give them a hand right now. They may be living paycheck to paycheck and having next to nothing. And when we feel like we have nothing, remember we have one thing. We still have honor. We still have our spirit. We still have integrity. We still have faith. We still have hope. We still have the things that count no matter how desperate times get. And we still may run into people along the way that will help us. I can't tell you the people along the way that helped me through those tough times. As I put myself through college, waitressing at Denny's, graveyard shift at night, dropping kids to different schools and daycares during the day. I don't think I slept for 2 years. It was a tough time. So if you've ever lived next to nothing or lived hand to mouth or had a difficult time, please make sure you're reaching out, and don't judge people that look like they have things. Like my swimming pool yesterday, they may have lived next to nothing too and worked really hard to get where they are. Let's all help each other and be, that kind of person that is a giver and not a taker. And I hope you have a wonderful weekend.